Hi there, welcome to today's painting tutorial. In this episode, we are going to paint some grapes with acrylic paint, so let's get started. And you can paint along with me with the link in the description below, and you can also find all the brushes I'm using and all the paint colors. So let's start off with this burnt umber with a size 0 round brush, and I'm going to start putting in some dark values around this branch. Just want to establish some of those shadows. Okay, so now I'm going to take some black and I'm going to start putting this around some of these kind of sections in between the grapes where there's really dark shadow. And this dark color is really going to help the other colors pop and come to the forefront. So we'll put it over here. It's going to go over on this side. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of change over to this burnt umber and add some of that in, just so we get a variation of color. Okay, now let's start adding some of this dark red color. This is a Folk Art Black Cherry acrylic paint. It's a really nice dark red color. We're just putting that in to create these shadows. Okay, and now I'm going to switch to this purple color, which is pretty cool. It has almost looks like an ultramarine blue. Let's start filling that in. And I'm also bringing it around some of the edges of the actual grapes. And that can be a nice kind of base shadow for some of those circular shapes. Okay, so I think that looks good. So I will let that dry completely and then we'll move to the next step. Now I'm switching to a size 4 filbert brush and let's start filling in some of these grapes. So I'm going to start with a darker color. So I'm going to mix some of the red and some of this purple color together. And let's start filling in some of these grapes with this dark color. Okay, so now let's get lighter. I'm going to take some of this grayish purple. See if we can start putting that in. It's quite a bit lighter. Okay, and then as it gets lighter, I'm going to put some of this, try this lilac purple mixed with a little bit of the white. And then let's see if we can use that to kind of complete the shape. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of this darker color, put that around the outside there. Okay, so let's take this color, we'll make it with the gray, And then we'll get into this darker color and then get even darker. So you could mix some of that with black to get an even darker tone. Let's take this light. Okay. All right, so let's move over here. I'm going to take a reddish color, bright red. Let's dull it down with a little bit of the maroon. Put that over here. I'm going to take some of this coral pink and add that in. And then we'll take the grayish purple and then a white. Okay, so let's take grayish purple, put that on the outside. And then we want to get darker and even darker. Okay, try to make that a round shape. And then we're going to keep working over on this side. Take some red, add some purple, some of the darker color, and then a darker purple. I'm going to take some more gray, mix that in. Then we could add a little bit of white to make a highlight in the middle. Okay, so I want some of these over here to continue to be this red color. So we'll take some red and then purple. We can take the gray color and then some of this bright pink and some white. Okay, let's do that same thing to this one. So we'll take red, maroon, take purple, and the grayish purple in the middle. And then I'll take some white and then put that in the center. Okay, so we can do that over here. I'm going to put the red in the center of the grape. Mix some purple in there. And then get cooler. Okay, so it's just kind of about mixing these colors together in each little section. And we want the warmer grapes. And let's make this one at the bottom a little bit warm. Remember that the warm colors come forward in space. Take this gray. We're working wet on wet. And I put some drying retarder into my paint, and that's why my paint is able to blend easier. Okay, so now let's make some cooler colors. So I'm going to try to use the cool tones instead of the reds. Let's get lighter. And we could put white in the center. Okay, we'll make a cool color. Okay, just think about where the highlight's going to be. It's really in the middle. You can blend that with your brush. Okay, let's make this color. Okay, I'm going to go darker. And then get cooler. And add the white in the middle. Get darker, lighter, some white. Okay, we'll get dark. Okay, so then you could let that layer dry and then come back and sort of refine any of your colors. You might want to kind of blend some things and make sure that all the white of your paper is covered up. I'm going to take a 0 round brush and let's work on this stem area. So I'm going to mix a dark green color, green with some of this burnt umber. And let's put that in. And then I'll take some straight green. And then I might take a little bit of white, mix that in. Okay, so at this stage, you can go back and just kind of clean things up. Clean up your edges. Get nice, crisp, clean lines. You can go back and add more color if you want. Adjust some of your blends. Go back and add highlights where you might need them. Work on some of your color transitions so that they're a little smoother. I'm going to put more paint on this one. Okay, and then you can go back and add any other highlights that you might want to add. Make sure all your highlights are in the correct place. And if you needed to, you could bring back in some of the lowlights, some of those dark colors that you might have to bring back to sort of build the form. Again, if you missed or lost any of your edges. Okay, this area could be cleaned up. And you could use a round brush if you wanted to kind of get some of these edges a little bit cleaner. Might be easier to do that with a round brush. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some final highlights with some white paint. Okay, I'm going to take some of this maroon color and just try to clean up some of the edges and transitions. And then I'm going to use this purple, kind of do the same thing. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this coral pink into some of the grapes. And then I'm just going to do a final highlight here. Let's take some of the bright green, a little bit of the white, and then put that in the stem for a highlight. Okay, and we will call this painting complete. I hope you get a chance to paint along with me. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!